Alright, let's unravel a question that trips up a lot of people. Why does eating saturated fat boost your LDL cholesterol so much, but barely nudges your HDL? First, let's be clear. Saturated fat doesn't literally glue itself to LDL or HDL. It influences how your liver regulates these lipoproteins. It's actually about how saturated fat changes what your liver does with cholesterol. So, what are LDL and HDL anyway? LDL stands for low-density lipoprotein. Its job is to carry cholesterol from your liver out to tissues. Think of LDL like a delivery van. HDL is high-density lipoprotein, the pickup truck. It collects leftover cholesterol and brings it back to the liver. Delivery versus pickup. Now, what happens when you eat more saturated fat? Saturated fat triggers your liver to dial down LDL receptors. Those LDL receptors are like little catchers. Fewer receptors means less LDL is cleared from the blood. So LDL starts piling up. That's why your LDL cholesterol goes up when you eat more saturated fat. The food raises LDL primarily by lowering liver LDL receptor activity. But what about HDL? Here's where it gets interesting. Saturated fat doesn't have the same strong effect on HDL. It might give HDL a tiny bump, but not enough to match LDL. That means the LDL-HDL ratio tips in the wrong direction. And doctors worry about that for heart disease risk. Why doesn't HDL jump up too? HDL is managed by a different set of rules and enzymes. LCAT helps HDL pick up cholesterol and mature it. CTP shuttles lipids between particles, affecting HDL levels. Hepatic lipase modifies HDL particle size and clearance. These HDL pathways aren't strongly driven by saturated fat. Saturated fat just doesn't do much to those pathways. Plus, HDL particles are more stable, less swingy in the short run. They don't rise or fall as quickly with short-term diet changes. So while LDL reacts, HDL is kind of doing its own thing. Result? Small HDL bump at best. Big LDL rise at worst. Quick summary. Saturated fat increases LDL mainly by lowering LDL receptor activity in the liver. It barely affects HDL, maybe a slight uptick or no change, because HDL is regulated differently and is less sensitive to short-term diet. So when you load up on saturated fat, the main effect is an LDL rise without HDL balancing it out. Bottom line, watch the LDL increase from saturated fat. If you're tracking cholesterol, pay attention to LDL changes. Always talk to your doctor before making big diet changes. Alright, that's your science made simple. Clear, no-nonsense answers to questions like this. Hit follow if you want more. More short explainers, straight to the point. This is educational. Check with your doctor for personal advice. Follow for more. See you next time. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.